Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to address something that I keep getting asked about, and I figured let me just put it down into like a whole story time actual video, and you might get some understanding and perspective, and I don't know what you really need from it, but I just keep getting questions about it, so I just figured, okay, I'm just gonna make a video about it and you'll get where I'm coming from with this.
47 locations.
So this is my piercing story. Yeah, so this one. So this is like, I mean, I have my ears pierced, but that was when I was like a few months old. So that really wasn't with my consent. That was my mother thinking that it's pretty. This was with my consent. And this was my big adult decision to do. Yeah. So I keep getting asked about like how painful it is and what it was like to get it done and the healing process and this and that. Guys, like at the end of the day, it really is a piercing, okay? So it wasn't a massage. It wasn't something like nice and simple and amazing to be do. It was painful. It's a piercing. It's like being stabbed. So, you know, but I'm gonna explain how it went down. So I turned 25. I decided I want to do a few things for myself. I got this journal that I really liked. Number 2 is I wanted to get a photo shoot, and I got that done. Number 3 was I wanted a piercing or a tattoo. So now I figure that a piercing is not as permanent as a tattoo. It also is cheaper actually, but it's not as permanent. So let me try that and then figure out if I really want all of these permanent things or whatever, you know, on my body. And if I feel like piercing, I can't handle it, then I'm just not going to go into the tattoo industry. My birthday is in July. In August, I start Googling for people that are going to be doing my piercing. Google gives me people around my area, and I found this one guy. So one of the things that like drew me to them or made me like decide I'm just going to use them is because I saw, okay, it's not like a black, white, Indian thing, whatever, but I saw that they were doing tattoos and piercings on people with the same type of skin that I have. I don't know if that makes sense, because it's the first time I'm doing this, so I'm judging every little detail. I'm just like, okay, but if you're only used to doing it on this type of skin, do you know how to manage this type of skin? Do you know? So I'm just like, okay, so not just black girl, dark skin, is actually black girl, light skin too. I looked into all of that and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go with them. Contact these people. They tell me that they're changing from one studio to another, so they're working from their car at the moment. They can come to me instead of me going to wherever they are. I was like, okay, no problem, come to me. We set a date. They come to me, they tell me it's going to be 300 rand to be doing this piercing. So now I had decided that I wanted the Ashley piercing. The Ashley is stab me in the front, go all the way to third side, and we're done. And then they come, and he's got his wife or girlfriend or person, whatever, and okay, they have like a tray, and there's all of these utensils and shop things, and there's like a lot on, I don't know what's what and who's who, okay? I'm just hoping that this guy knows what he's doing, so I just leave it at that. All right, so then homie, I don't know, opens up my lip and like just like, hey, okay, and then does the stabbing. It's real quick and fast. By the time you want to get upset or annoyed or decide you don't want to do it anymore, you're done.
47 locations.
that's more for me. If you ain't blowing smoke, baby, you blowing me. Totally, got me a foreign bitch, now I need a foreign whip. She keep on calling me, I'm still recording, baby, I keep ignoring this.
And pay them, and we're done, they leave. Okay, they do tell me that I must rinse as often as possible, especially after eating or whatever, with salt water. Sharp. That evening, so after they leave, I think like after like an hour or so, my lips start swelling. And it only makes sense because you just disturbed, a whole lot of, I don't know, tissue there or whatever it is. So it swells. I'm not worried about that. Later in the evening, I am rinsing my mouth with salt water. And then the ball on the inside comes out and like falls down the drain. I see that happening, but also I don't think it's what I think I saw, because there's like blood as well, there's swelling, there's discomfort. Even when I go around there with my tongue, like I'm not actually figuring out what is going on. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna like think too much of it and let me leave it. And I'm thinking I don't also want to fidget with this thing because it's a facial piercing, so it's sensitive. I sleep. I wake up in the morning and I realize, okay, so now there's the swelling has gone down a bit, but there's no ball on the inside. So what I was actually thinking was happening last night actually did happen. So here's what happened, right? There's like a ball, there's a thing, okay, and then there's another ball, right? So this went into my lip, and then there's a ball on the inside and there's a ball on the outside, right? Now the one on the inside is out, which means I am left with this thing and this ball, which is only on the outside. My skin overnight on the inside closed up. I know you know what I'm trying to say. It makes sense the way I explained it. But now my skin has closed up. I tell these people, your ball has gone out. And now, funny thing, actually, after it was done and when my lips started swelling, I could feel like I think this ring is too tight. And it could be quite small because I've seen someone with the Ashley piercing before and their ring wasn't that small. So now I'm thinking, okay, maybe because it's still swollen, that's why it looks like that, and they know that it's going to go down, so it's okay. Only for the ball to fall out, and you just like, I knew something wasn't right. So I tell them the next day about it, and they're like, okay, no problem, I'm going to come check it out. They come, they tell me to push this thing onto the other side. So now they sort of don't believe that my skin is already closed on the inside. We do the pushing. Now there's a lot of blood coming out. Nobody's using gloves. I'm scared. I was like, no, time out. Never mind. Let's leave it. It's okay. Let's leave it. It's fine. I tell them I'm gonna take this out. And if we're going to use the same ring, can you find a way to disinfect it? But I'm not going to, no, this is painful. Like, this is not how it's supposed to be. I don't know how these things work, but I know this is not how it's supposed to be. So I take it out. And I'm going to wait for my lip to just heal. They say a week is enough. We'll be back in a week. We'll re-pierce. I'm thinking a week, but okay, fine. They know what they're talking about. Sure. A week later, I text them, and now we have a problem. Now I'm being told about extra charges. I'm being told about how I'm ungrateful because they were supposed to charge me for extra transport and extra for existing and extra for going and extra for... And I'm like, you guys didn't tell me about that. Initially, you said 300 Rand was going to include the ring and include you coming to me because the whole location thing is not my problem, it's your problem. So had it been a transport extra situation, you should have let me know, and the ring extra situation, you should have just let me know, and I was going to be prepared from the get-go. Now I'm saying come fix the problem that you started. Now you're saying, actually, I was supposed to charge you for, and I was supposed to charge you for, and I was like, hey, this lady's on my case. I'm bad. It's fine. I just blocked the lady. I was like, you know what? I also don't want to go to war with these people and end up saying, come do it, right? Because I already paid you. And then they do something even more hideous because they're upset about the fact that we had this back and forth, you know? I'm thinking, this is my face. I need to be nice about this. Because I literally had that Ashley piercing for less than 24 hours. Like, I had it now, I took pictures, and then tomorrow, same time, it was gone. Okay, so now I'm like, okay, fine, let me just wait for this whole thing to just like heal, for my lip to just heal, and then I'll try again. I'm starting to think, are my ancestors refusing? Is there something in the oxygen that doesn't want me to get this done? What if I try it again and then I ruin? But anyway, because I actually wanted, I go back. So August, chill, September, October, no, when was my mom's birthday? September, I go and I get it done again, right? So this time I ask friend has a smiley piercing, and I say, friend, wherever you did yours, because she's had her smiley piercing for about a year by that time. She had no issues with it. It wasn't falling out, skin wasn't tearing, nothing was wrong. Body wasn't rejecting, none of it, whatever. So I was like, okay, wherever you went to get yours done, it's fine. Please take me to go get mine done. She gives me the details of this person. Oh no, she didn't give me the details. She showed me the location. So I went there. I found it was a Monday. Monday they don't operate. So I took their contact details. I make an appointment with them for another day. I now go back on that other day. Our appointment was for like 10:30. 10. I think it was 10. It must have been 10 because I really wanted to just get it over and done with, right? So I get there at 10 and this lady's not there. She's doing a mobile service somewhere else. Her employee is at that shop location there. And he tells us, no, she's gone. She told me about you, but she just said lip piercing and I assumed it was the vertical lip rate. I didn't know that she actually wanted the Ashley. So now he tells me he's never done the Ashley before. She usually does the Ashley piercings. What he does and what he knows how to do is the vertical lip rate. So he's like, if you don't mind me trying the Ashley out on you, because I do know how to do piercings, I've just never done that specific one before. If you don't mind me doing it on you, no problem. I can make it work on you. But if you want me to do something that I know and I've done, repeatedly, what I do know is the vertical lip rate. And then he shows me a whole lot of other like pictures of different lip piercings, right? These are stuff that he knows and stuff that he doesn't know. But there's just like a big variety of the piercings there. And I'm looking at all of this and I'm just like, I wanted like 4 of them at the same time. I was like, this is pretty, man. I like these. It's so confusing for me to decide because I'm thinking I actually came here for the Ashley piercing and the next best thing from that is the vertical lip rate. Are my lips big enough to look pretty with the vertical lip rate? Are they like the shape? Are they, I think because I actually did the Ashley for 20 seconds, I felt like that looks pretty. So no, I never thought about what the vertical lip rate was going to look like. So I'm just like, ah. So friend and I are looking at this picture and we're just like, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? And we decide, let's just do it. Because now I'm just like, must I make him? No. The last couple that came to me, they were practicing or they were not. I don't know what they were doing. I think they knew what they were doing. They just hope for the best. I think they didn't have enough equipment or whatever and they were just hoping that my skin would not react and nothing would go wrong or whatever, knowing very well that they weren't doing things like accordingly. And now I'm with this guy and I'm like, okay, you know what, let's do something that you actually know how to do so that I leave here not thinking that my lip is going to fall off or anything like that. Hermie gives me a whole contract. I'm like, this feels right. Okay, contract. And then I don't remember what it says, which is not which is not right. It was basically speaking about the fact that I agreed to him doing this, and there was like a witness signature, and like, hey man, just looked all professional and stuffies. And then there's like a whole bed. He tells me to go sit there. I can't lie, I must sit. I was like, okay, fine, let me sit. He puts on gloves, he sanitizes first, and then puts on gloves and re-sanitizes. Like, he just did a whole lot of, man, like, it just looked like it was gonna be right. And then he takes out his tray as well, and all of these, lots of things, but all of these things are coming out of packets, and it just looks hella professional, guys. I was just like, I'm ready for this pain, because I'm not gonna get infected with anything. This is gonna work out. Woosa, I'm okay, I am well, I am. He actually takes a tweezer looking thingamajiggy. Besides, like, don't think I said homie came with a tweezer. I don't know what it was a tweezer looking thing. And he holds my bottom lip. And then I think it actually is like this. Oh yeah, it's like this. And then it holds out like that. And then he just has to go in the middle of that thing. The thing that's supposed to be stabbing me, right, is, I don't know why it has to be so long, but that thing it's so long. And then he stabs me. Guys, nah, bro. That ain't right. That wasn't okay. Nah. That wasn't okay. No. This one over here, the actual lip area is really okay. That's not the problem. The problem is the skin here. That skin, I guess, is like really tough or something. I could hear the skin fighting for its life. I could hear it tearing. When they did the first piercing just on my lip, the pain really wasn't that bad. I was just worried about eating and whatever. But I mean, the pain was there. When they were done, it was done. It wasn't bad, except for the time when they said I must start stabbing myself, whatever. Like, but generally, it wasn't that. Vertical lip. Nah, guys, this skin over here is not like nice skin. She was really upset. So he goes through that. Okay, you get somewhere over here, I don't hear anything anymore. Now it's just popping out. Okay, we're cool. He's like, okay, so this part is gonna hurt. I'm just like, I went through the most. I can handle anything in my life at this point. So this really painful part is him putting in the ring. Because now the piercing thingamajiggy, that long one, is really thin. So the ring is like thick. It's this ring. And it's thicker. So obviously that's going to be a bit more painful because it's going to have to stretch the skin like further than it's already been stretched. He now pushes the ring in to then take that thing out. I'm not happy about myself anymore. Mama, where are you? That was painful. That was really painful. That was painful. Whew. But now the funny thing is, by the time you feel like quitting, getting over and done with, and like not wanting this anymore, whatever, it's done. Like that time I'm thinking, you know what? I need to scream. This is too painful for me to scream, and I can't. It's done. Like it was really done. Honestly, guys, for the whole thing that I'm taking so long to explain, it could have taken like a good, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes, honestly, where everything was done. It was done. So, after that comes the healing part. I get this pamphlets when I leave the place, which is another thing that I like about this place. I was just like, you guys are just amazing. You even giving me pamphlets how to figure out what's going to be happening with me regarding the piercing. This pamphlet says that I have a surface piercing, and the surface piercing takes 6 months to heal. I'm like, y'all don't know black girl magic. I'm powerful human being. I got this on lock. I've been hurt 1,000 times and I come back bouncing. Ain't no way something so simple is gonna take 6 months to heal. I know myself and I know my skin. I know who I am. I can manifest. The first week passes and the swelling now is completely gone. So I was swollen again after this piercing, as it is supposed to be happening. I'm thinking, okay, so we're good. That means, we're fine. The pain, I think when I was swollen, I was numb as well. So I can't really say I was in like actual pain. The pain started that week when the swelling was gone. Now I'm in actual pain. Now every other day, and I'm just like, no, this is painful. Now I'm starting to put ice on the situation, but I'm now worried that if I make it to like, ice melts, if there's too much water, what if it will unscrew the thing and it falls out? And I'm just like traumatized from the first piercing. So I'm worried, but like it's painful. It's hot. It's uncomfortable. The only thing about it is like eating wasn't a mission because it's not on the inside like the Ashley is. It's just on the outside. So eating isn't a problem. It's just, woo, it was burning. The first month passed the second month. This was in October. By like December, I think I'm somewhat used to the pain. When I had just did do it. I don't know, when I just got it. There was still like, pus coming out. So I had to be very careful with how to work around it because I had to, like every other minute, I'm just check that there's nothing. Otherwise, people will be talking to you and just seeing pus on your lips. So I'm not advertising this piercing properly. But I'm trying to tell you the truth about what really happened. So now it's December and I think I'm somewhat used to the pain, and everybody's still asking me, is it painful, whatever? Like it is painful, but like I'm working around it, guys. I still have it. It's okay. It's now bearable pain or whatever. Don't ask me about kissing because at the end of the day, you do what you have to do to do what you have to do. I don't like that question, okay? That had nothing to do with my piercing. One thing I must explain is that the top lip literally was the top part of the piercing basically was really okay. Like maybe about a month in or less even, it was completely fine. The only part that was really in pain still was the bottom part. So this guy that I felt tearing is the guy that I was just like, yeah, I understand why you still in pain, dog. Like I heard you not being okay and I still put you through that. That part was, it literally like from half of my lip going down, that was just really painful for a few months. I think by like Jan, Feb, now I wasn't feeling the pain every day. I had days where I couldn't feel anything. I had days where like maybe 2 days later I wake up and like, woo, wow. Or some days I wake up and there's no pain, and as the day goes by and maybe I'm doing a lot of talking or whatever and eating and movement and whatever, and all of a sudden there's like a lot of pain. Some days there's just a discomfort where it's not painful, but it's just uncomfortable. Like I don't know if you can basically feel that your skin is trying to heal, and baby girl is trying to get used to the fact that there's this thing sitting over here. Like honestly, when they said 6 months, they were not joking. They really weren't. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, there's that one day where it was just like really painful the whole day, and I was like, what is going on? Is my body rejecting this thing? Yeah, that was painful. Got past it, and this was May, and that was the only time where it was painful again in May. That was the only time it was painful in May. The whole of June, nothing, no discomforts, no problem, no pain, no nothing. We're in July now, and I haven't experienced any issues. So I'm assuming that my 6-month probation initiation, my 6-month situation, I'm assuming we're fine. Yeah, well, I think that is done. But anyway, that's my piercing story. That's all I wanted to explain to you, so that you know what to look out for when you're looking for someone that's going to be doing your piercing, and to just not be worried about the price of the situation. Just pay what you have to pay, because at the end of the day, you also want the base quality out of it. Don't try to work with someone that's just doing this from like the boot of their car, and next thing your lip is falling off, and you're blaming them. But like at the end of the day, you also saw what you were getting yourself into. So just be very vigilant of where you're going. Try to get referrals first. People that you've seen, they actually have it and they've had it for some time. And yeah, next time I will tell you about my tattoo story, because I remember walking into where was it? It was Groove. Was that like a club? A situation. It was fun with like a DJ and a lot of stuff. And I saw this girl with like miniature piercings, not piercings, I mean tattoos, like really small, little signatures type of thing. And they were all faded. And I was like, no, that's not what I want. So I did the same type of research like for my tattoo, and I'll let you know how that went down next time. But otherwise, I hope you gained a lot from this, and see you in the comments and in my next video.
4-7 location.